Is it worth it to have friends? Friends may be the reason you start to drink alcohol. When you're young, in your teenage years, you may start to have your first drink of alcohol because of peer pressure from friends. You may have your first cigarette because of peer pressure from friends. So, in one sense, friends can start you down a bad road, not because they're evil or bad people, but they could just mess up your life. Just that's what friends are. Those same friends could save your life. They may save you physically from getting in a fight. They may save you or help you in many ways, when you're in a jam. Friends may get you a job. Those same friends may ask for something in return one day. They may want you to help them fix something or help them go do something. Friends and family, it's the good and the bad. It's the attachment, the entanglement that comes with connecting your life with other people. At 40 years old, look, I really believe in living a detached life. I believe that without certain help, if I had no one to ever help me, I don't know if I'd be where I'm at the same time. There's bad too. There's good and bad. So you can play this mind game with yourself all your life. But the bottom line is, at the end of your life, I think that you're going to look at the context and the totality of your life and say, I had very few friends. I think, and I don't say that in a sad way. I just think that it's very rare that you're going to stay with someone your whole life, be cool with them, and you're both going to add great value to each other, including yourself to other people. I just think that, I don't know, I don't think it's worth it for the most part. I don't. But it doesn't mean that my way is right. It's just my reflection today is that, I don't know, man. I think friends bring you, I think relationships bring you more grief than good. I think, you need relationships. I think if you made more enemies than friends, I think you fuck yourself. However, I think if you are insecure where you need friends, you're going to fuck yourself. I think friends are the give and the take. I think life is the give and the take, the yin and the yang. There's no answer at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get to this point where you're trying to philosophize life or think about life. There's no bottom line answer. It's organic. It's the science of life is, you could look at, again, you probably have a drinking habit because you start fucking with friends. Maybe they saved your life from severe harm. Maybe they got you a job. Maybe they also asked for a lot in return. Maybe they left you hanging. So the data is a plus and a minus. And so it's an art form to decide, is it worth it? No one's perfect, including me. I'm sure I let people down in my own way. So I don't have a too highly view of any human, including myself. I think we're all, flawed. But I think that don't go out of your way to make enemies. I struggle even when making these videos if it's fucking worth it, because everyone wants you to be their friend, and the minute you say something they don't like, you become their enemy, and vice versa. And then it's like, you're better off just, you're better off just crawling under a rock and just living your life in peace and privacy. I think about that often. If I wasn't monetized, YouTube isn't worth it because I just don't want the aggravation. I don't want the stress of dealing with people and their expectations and what they want me to be. But I could cry the blues. The bottom line is, I've decided that the side hustle is still worth it. So you take the good with the bad, Man, I could tell you too, if you're not financially independent, you need more friends. You need people to help you, people to fix your house, people to give you, I don't know, man. That's why I believe in trying to live simple and independent. And even that, you still need help. It's tough, man. But I don't know, it's like, don't go too far down the rabbit hole is what I would say. Don't go too far down the rabbit hole. There are some good people that are a blessing, but everything only has a season of life. As best you can, try to live an independent life. That's my philosophy. Don't try to make enemies. Keep to yourself. And I know that's a contradiction because, again, I'm making a public video. But for the most part, keep to yourself. Like, obviously, if you see someone in hurt or need, try to do the right thing. But especially the past 3 years, well, a lot of my life I spent in the public. I mean, I was never, there was a season of my life I was in the home. I was a homebody, but I spent a lot of time doing different things. And what I could tell you is most people who have this philosophy, like they're going to do this grand human good, they're bunkered up in their house. They're bunker boys or bunker girls. They're not really living life. And they don't really see humanity up front. And, and you'll see both the good and the bad, but I think you'll see that most people do best to have some help, but to be left alone, and give people space. I think giving people space is the biggest form of friendship. But what is true is that you're going to call them and they're not going to be available, and they're going to call you and you're not going to feel like answering the phone. So you're never going to be in sync where you're always on the same page. You're going to let each other down. So fewer friends, I would say fewer friends. As you get older, even fewer. Some you're going to lose to death. Some you're going to lose just because you're going to grow apart. Some you're going to lose through they disappointed you too much or you disappointed them. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't have an answer, really. It's just a thought and an expression of thought. Stay positive, though. Don't get too negative or too sad, because it's just life. It's not like this grand, oh my God, it's just life, and that's all I would tell you guys. So peace and love, stay positive, keep pushing forward, keep it simple, including with your friends, and not having too many, I think, is simple. I think it's best, but don't make enemies. Try not to make enemies. That's wisdom too. All right. God bless.